happy to be here at the eve of the inauguration of our newly built, renovated center. I remember coming here in 2018. It was a small little place, and a lot of discussions were going on its expansions, activities, etc. I'm very delighted to see this. And tomorrow we will be inaugurating it and having this resthapanas of the deities. I was told to speak on Hanuman Calisa. Even if I had 40 days to speak on Hanuman Calisa, it would be less. Therefore, I never accept the subject of Hanuman Calisa for these 1 or 2 days. Yeah. But when I landed here, they told me that I have to speak on the secret of success on Hanuman Calisa. We'll start with the invocation verses of Sri Hanuman Calisa and then speak a little about his Vimala Yasha, his pure glory. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raja Nij Man Mukur Sudhari Bharanau Raghubara Vimala Jasu Jodayak Palachari Buddhihina Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bala Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi Harahu Kale Savikar Siyavar Ramachandra Ki Jai Pavan Sutta Hanuman Ki Jai Umapati Mahadev Ki Jai Bolo Bhai Sab Santan Ki Jai. There are many stories associated with Sri Hanuman Calisa. Some may be made up over a period of time regarding when and how Goswami Tulsidas Ji composed these 40 verses on Bhagwan's greatest devotee and sevak, Hanumanji. So there are some people who say that Akbar put Tulsidas Ji in prison and all that, which is the latest now floating around. But I don't see anywhere in the works of Goswami Tulsidas Ji anything about Akbar or Mughals or any such thing. You never find Guru Nanak Sahib's work, you find, about the atrocities and all that. But we don't find anywhere in the works of Goswami Tulsidas Ji. However, it is quite common in all the stories that there was a time, and in all our lives also, there are times or a certain period in our life, everything seems to be going wrong. Has it happened to you or not? Is it happening to you right now? Then in the right place at the right time. You do anything, it just goes wrong. Problems after problems after problems after problems, health problems, that problem, this problem. And generally, if you go to an astrologer, then they will tell you that there's Shani on you. साढ़े साती लगी हुई है. And that is concentrated sulfuric acid sorrow. And even then, any astrologer who will tell you that this is the worst period of your life because Shani is there, they might tell you, but if Shani's drishti is on you, it is said nothing works other than Hanuman Aradhana, Hanuman Calisa. So it seems that there were some major problems, difficulties, and saints also go through all this. Not because of their any wrongdoing, but to bring out from them something divine, something more beautiful that can be helpful to all of us. You think Arjuna was so confused, so weak? It is only Bhagwan's Leela that Arjuna-like person got confused regarding what is Dharma, that Bhagwan had the opportunity to relate Dharma in the battlefield of life. Yeah? So it is said that Goswami Tulsidas Ji was going through great difficulties, and such times where even when we are striving for success, it just seems that nothing is going to happen, nothing is happening. Yeah? And that is the time, by the inspiration of Bhagwan Shiva, Goswami Tulsidas Ji composed these 40 simple looking verses, which are just a glorification of Hanumanji. But to imagine its popularity, and those who chanted don't need proof. When I studied Hanuman Calisa, and I thought that I'm traveling around the world, I'll introduce people to this precious gem. Wherever I went, all had to be just announced that speaking on Hanuman Calisa, no publicity really needed, just people need to know. And even if it was in people's homes where people don't go without invitation, people would flock there. And I could see that so many people were chanting, and each one had a story to tell as to how amazing things have happened in their life. What miracles have happened in their life by chanting Hanuman Calisa. I'll tell you, I met some people who would chant Hanuman Calisa not in its original Awadhi Hindi, not like Jai Hanuman Gyan, but it would be victorious to you, Hanumanji. English translation. And even they have said such amazing things about Hanuman Calisa. So I'm so glad here that many of you have been gathering here regularly to chant this Hanuman Calisa and see how such big projects become possible. But at the same time, how it can remove our problems in our life. And therefore is also known as Sankat Mochan. How it can remove the problems in our life, Hanumanji can remove. And those who chant Hanuman Calisa, it seems effortlessly they attain success. Effortlessly miracles happen in their life. Many health issues also get solved. I'm an example of that. Not that I pray for health, but even the most severe conditions. And therefore, whoever comes with any physical, mental, or anything problem, they tell me, give me one mantra, and I say that one mantra is Hanuman Calisa. chant Hanuman Calisa and see what happens in your life. So there is a mystical power in Hanuman Calisa which is inexplicable, because these are compositions of great Siddha Purushas like Swami Tulsidas Ji. Great Mahatmas have chanted and propagated this Hanuman Chalisa. I don't think so there is a greater hymn in India, as popular north, south, east, west, and even round the world like Hanuman Chalisa. And you'll be surprised, places like Australia, London, when I spoke on Hanuman Chalisa, the largest Western audience, a Caucasian audience, or even African audience were there for Hanuman Chalisa. Even they knew the glory of Hanuman Chalisa. As you know, also in South America, how many of them are chanting Hanuman Chalisa? So there is an amazing mystical power, but very few people know that every one of the 40 verses of Hanuman Chalisa are revealing to us the essential for not only success, but success of great significance. Not just in our spiritual growth, but also in our material growth, our relationship, in every aspect of our life. Because if you see the life of Hanumanji, which is glorified in Sundarkand of the Ramayana or in Hanuman Chalisa, you will see that Hanumanji, whatever project he was given, whatever work he was given, whatever seva he was given, whatever opportunity he was given, every endeavor of his was far greater and significant than the goal that was set for him. He had to go to Lanka just to give Sitaji the message and bring the message back. He didn't go with any other intention, nor with any revenge. But when the opportunity came, he observed the whole of Lanka. And also created a terror in their hearts that if you do this you mess up with the ambassador of Ramchandraji. Imagine when Ramchandraji comes, what will happen. Yeah? So whatever work he did it to perfection and beyond that. Yeah? Therefore, when we think about Hanumanji, when we sing his glories, to our mind comes all the means by which we can attain success. And also not small success, but great success. Very few know that when we think about Hanumanji's work, what qualities, what virtues, what alertness, what intelligence that went into making any difficult task also, any impossible task also, into a great success. Therefore, whenever people used to ask me, Swamiji, tell me, especially I run so many youth sessions, even corporate sessions, they say, where did you learn the secret of success? I say, from a monkey. Yeah? Though Warner is not just a monkey, Now, when we translate it as monkey and tell our children, then the intelligent children grab a, can monkey talk? Can monkey be? No. Vanar is a race of people, and today a lot of evidence is there that other than human beings, even before human beings as our ancestor, not just a jump from monkeys to human beings, there have been races of intelligent human-like people, and they went extinct, some of them, just like dinosaurs. And therefore, Vanar means one, those who lived in the forest. Another meaning of Vanar means they look like human beings, they behave like human beings, but they are still different. So you can't tell, are they human beings or no? So let us not doubt all these things. And then we say, oh, Hanumanji flew. No. Even in our Yoga Shastra, yoga is becoming very popular. It is clear how you can have these siddhis. Yes, human beings can fly. You say, show it to me now. Human beings today have decayed to such an extent that they need technology even to make calculations of what is 24 into 36, which your grandparents did it in seconds. And yet you see we are very advanced. So we have had advanced races of creatures. We are actually quite primitive, technologically advanced, but mentally, really speaking, we have to admit. And that's why even if we read the books of knowledge, Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years ago, what psychology, what understanding of human mind, what a great motivational book of life management. And if you can learn to manage your life and you can manage to manage your mind, then as Guru Nanak Sahib says, Man jeete jag jeet. You conquer your mind and you can conquer the world. And what a better example does anyone give about his or her mind? Our mind is like a, everybody said no, you said it. Our mind is like a monkey. Jumps here, jumps there, jumps there. Even while you're listening to me, I've come to listen to Hanuman Calisa, but then suddenly it has jumped to Taco Bell. It just jumps here, there, everywhere. And therefore, never consistent. And without consistent application, without single-pointedness, without determination, perseverance, can any success be gained? And if we say that our mind is like a monkey, what greater inspiration can be for a human being than a monkey who has become so single-pointed? Whose mental energies are so focused. And when any project we take up, any work we do with love and single-pointedness, it has to attain success. No? So look at Hanumanji. Whatever he did with one single-pointed determination, Ram kaj karibe ko atur. Second Chalisa only. Ram kaj karibe ko atur. I am the sevak of Bhagwan, and whatever I have to do with enthusiasm is to serve Ramchandraji. And when we serve such a great person, no, the work, the opportunities that come in our life is not ordinary. What we learn from Hanumanji is infinite is the potential of our mind. Infinite is the potential of our mind. But today our mind is dissipated like the rays of the sun, whose each inch is a nuclear explosion and can blast an entire planet. But when the rays of the sun dissipate and get refracted in the atmosphere, we feel the warmth, we see the light, but that sun cannot burn anything. Is it not? But I'm sure most of you from your age, in school you had to carry your compass box and magnifying glass. How many of you sat beside the window and burnt some people's legs? Yeah? That same, just this much rays of the sun, when converge at a point, see how powerful they become. So our mental thoughts, at this moment, here, there, everywhere. Not only that, now I want to do something, then I doubt, should I do it? A lot of self-cancellation keeps going on. Gurudev has written that in the manual of self-unfoldment. That why is it that many of us cannot achieve? And even in material success we can't achieve, then what meditation is possible? Yeah? Where you need to keep your mind so single-pointed, contemplating on the truth, the reality, God, or what you have learned from the scriptures, to keep your mind without any distraction whatsoever, how much more concentration is required? But how do you develop that concentration? That Hanumanji demonstrates that when you keep your identity, we've got too many identities. You are somebody's husband, somebody's wife, somebody's father, somebody's mother, somebody's son, somebody's daughter. Yeah. And now today even more confused. Yeah. Whether you're an engineer or you're a doctor, or amongst the engineer you are a mechanical, or what can say, technological doctor. So many confusions are there regarding your identity. But Hanumanji's identity, whoever asked Hanumanji, who are you? If somebody asks you, who are you? Don't get very Vedantic right now. I am Satchidananda Atma. That also you're not sure. Scriptures say that you're Satchidananda Atma. And then why are you so dukhi? So sad? My Swaroop is Ananda. But shakal dekho. Why are you so sad? Surati aisi. So what is your identity? Why are you confused about your duties? Why are you not sure what to do in life also? Today most youngsters say, don't talk about purpose, we just don't know what our purpose is. And how do we find our purpose? Why am I saying all these things is whether it's a spiritual person, and you cannot deny your family, your children, your relationships, your acquiring of wealth, your management of wealth, how each and everything is important. first thing Hanumanji's identity is. Whether Mother Sita asks him, "Who are you?" He has got glorious parents. But tomorrow I will give the secret of success that you as parents can give to your children, and what you can be grateful to your parents for having given you to be successful people in life. So tomorrow session will be on that. But today, if Sita ji asked him, "Who are you?" Ram Dut main maa tu janaki. Ravan asked, "Oh monkey, how dare you eat the fruits of my Ashok Vatika? How could you be so there? What gives you that audacity?" And he says, "By whose power even your mobile phones work and you just cannot shut it down." By whose power? Drop of power. You have conquered the three worlds. Tasu Dutame. I remember Gurudev used to tell us, if you're doing the Lord's work, don't ever think where the money is going to come out, who's going to do it, how it's going to be done. You just do it. And then you see how even the biggest projects get done. Hanumanji never said anything is impossible. Nor did he boast of that I can do it. Whenever there was a work, immediately he was just ready. That's all. Whether he can do it, whether he cannot do it, whether he will die in the process, whether he will reach his goal, and what if people call him a failure? He didn't think about anything. Therefore, Ram Kaj Karibe ko Atur. If my only identity is, I am first and foremost here as the sevak of the Lord. Today I tell all our devotees around the world, think big, think Chinmay. Don't ever tell me that, oh, how is this possible? How is that possible? Oh, this will take a lot of time. If we just think what Swami Chinmayananda achieved, today his name and his blessings through us can achieve even bigger. But we must have that surrender, that dedication. And that is the first and foremost that Hanumanji had. Goswami Tulsidas ji, in the very first doha of Hanuman Calisa, gives us first and foremost the foundation of success. And if the foundation is strong, then only you can rocket up to a great distance by giving your thrust. And first and foremost is gratitude, remembrance of Bhagwan and Guru. And why Guru first? As Kabir Das ji says, Gur Gobind Dohu Khade Kako Lage Paye Balhari Guru Apne Jin Gobind Diyor Bataye. That if Lord and Guru were to come in front of me, you bow down, you pay your respect to first and foremost, who is the chief. So who do I bow? To God or to my Guru? He says, I bow down to my Guru because if my Guru was not there, I would not know God. No? So therefore, Goswami Tulsidas ji also starts off Hanuman Calisa first by invoking the blessings of Sri Guru. And what is invoking the blessings of Sri Guru? This is very important because we are just going to, restart our, at a larger scale, bigger scale, this seva work. So what have we to achieve? Is it just bowing down our head to the Guru and, oh, God, bless me, bless me, bless me? He says, Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raja Nija Mana Mukura Sudhari. Mind has been compared to a mirror. I think even you must have heard those songs also, no? Yeah. When you were little. Tora Man Dharpan Kehlai. Famous bhajans from movies. Yes. That your mind is a mirror. And this mirror was to reflect the beauty which is there in front of you. In our life also, the whole universe is a powerful source of all energy. Maybe only a Tesla discovers it. It's a powerful source of energy as well as an open book of knowledge. And at the same time, it is a doorway to many opportunities in our, or rather a gateway to many opportunities in our life. But we do not recognize because our mind is covered with so much clutter, so much dust. And this dust has been gathered as vasanas, not only in this life, but from countless lives. How can we quickly clear this mind? Or even when we start a project, whenever we start a work, even when we are trying to attain success or even give an examination to pass, what stops the brilliance of our intellect, the brilliance in our performance, is the mind that has been muddied by lack of confidence, distracted by various desires, holding on to so many regrets, failures, etc., that the mind remains completely covered. Now, till we remove it completely, we need a powerful detergent to immediately remove it, is it not? And that Goswami Tulsidas ji says, Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja. That power is in the holy dust of the lotus. Dust here means pollen. No? Dust of the lotus feet of the Shri Guru. Now, Guru, the word, and now the West has also taken it up. Modern world has taken up corporate guru, computer guru, AI guru. So, Guru word has become very common. In the right sense, the Guru word means one who removes the darkness of your ignorance with the light of knowledge. That way, our parents are our first Guru. Those who taught you alphabet, probably most of you have even forgotten the name of that teacher. Or even amongst the teachers, you probably never think about your kindergarten teachers. And if they did not teach you how to read, how to speak the alphabets, we couldn't be PhDs, etc. now, is it not? when we are grateful for something or towards someone, we treasure, remember the gift that they have given us. By not remembering our teachers, we do not value the knowledge that they have given us. Therefore, in our culture, whether it's your dance guru, whether it is your music guru, nowadays it's only the spiritual guru we wonder. Should I have or not? The place the spiritual guru has, and amongst also on the spiritual path, there may be Diksha gurus, there may be any guru, but the one who gives us the knowledge of our infinite self, that Gyan Guru is called as Shri Guru. And this is said by Shivji to Parvati in Guru Gita, out of which the Guru Stotra we chant and teach the children also. Aneka Janma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidahine Atma Jnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave. That one who cuts asunder the bondage due to actions from many, many lifetimes. Not like a garbage collector taking your karmas away. Nowadays they have this passion. Oh, I'll go and take some naam or some mantra from a guru, then guru is going to take away my karmas. But by giving us self-knowledge, Atma Gyan, Pradhanena, that guru's dust. Now don't go and turn the guru upside down. Take the dust, maybe go to a surgeon and say, now clean the mirror of my heart. Or while the guru is walking, never bow down. Because the guru may not fall for you, but will fall on you. Funny things people do. But dust on the feet of the guru means the knowledge. And with that remembrance, I clean the mirror of my heart. Even to be able to get to bow down on the feet of the Guru. How many people, even when the physical form of the Guru was there, they got the chance? But just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he went to Vrindavan, he was not there when Krishna was there, but the dust of Vrindavan, he was just rolling in it. Because Shri Krishna Charan Raj is there. That even Lakshmi leaves Vaikunt and comes to Vrindavan. Because in Vaikunt, Bhagwan doesn't put his feet on the ground. His feet are well cleaned. That Raja that can clean the mirror of our heart. Whenever we start a project by seeking blessings of our parents, Guru, God, the biggest obstacle and limitation is our own limited ego. And when we surrender our limited ego, just like Hanumanji did, when we surrender to the knowledge and instructions of the Guru, when we are ready to do the Lord's work, or whatever work we do, we understand it's not mine, it is Bhagwan. Whether you're looking after your children or whether you're doing your duties, whether you're working in a profession, if you think that you are doing Bhagwan's seva, the very texture of your mind, the very quality of your work changes. That's why I told you, even one verse of Hanuman Calisa And these are not insignificant things about success. There were books and books are written about to motivate you that you can do it, you can do it. They make you walk on the fire. Yeah. But the moment you surrender to a greater person and whose words you have faith in, then great people only encourage you, motivate you, guide you in how you do great things. So Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raja Nijmana Mukura Sudhari Paranav Raghuvara Vimala Jasu Jo Dayak Falachari. And Goswami Tulsidas Ji, then I sing the Vimala Yasha, the pure glory. Sometimes even just to talk on the pure glory, it can be days. When this people, in the world, people becomes famous by scandals. Huh? They become famous by scandals. And anyone, even with good work, very few people become famous. Very few people become famous by good work because world like to know only about scandals. That you did such great work and you brought such a beautiful place here. Nothing. But outside you shouted at someone for parking the car somewhere. They very well know who it was. They'll complain about it. No? Does it happen or not? In this world, to attain fame with good actions. And even those who are good, can we say that we are without any flaw? In this world, another thing is even those who don't have flaw, the moment you are famous, people will say, no, but Acha is the best prime minister, but there must be something. In this world, we did not spare Ramchandra ji also. We didn't spare Sita ji also. No? But can anyone find fault in Hanuman ji? Tell me. So famous, but not a blemish of his own, or even people who love fault finding can find fault. Even when people are successful, others are jealous and then they will criticize dirty rich people, or he must have become rich by only corruption. Is it not? Or by chamchagiri. Even in your office, no, you become successful, everybody say, Arey, he's been chamcha of the boss, that's why it's happening. Now, think about Hanumanji. Have you ever thought? Can you imagine if Hanumanji is an ideal for us and an ideal for our children? You take them to Disney for Batman, Spider-Man, Iron Man. But why not Hanuman? He can fly like Superman. He can go to Patal like Batman. No one has an iron fist like him. And why are we so hesitant in giving our children an ideal such as Hanuman? If Hanuman is an ideal for us, greatest ideal is not only success of such great significance, so famous, so admired by even the heavenly denizens, and yet no fault of his own, and nobody is jealous or finds fault in him. Do you know why? One who has got no ego cannot do anything wrong, or any fault can be found in that person. And you say, how can we be without ego? Have only one ego. मैं सेवक रघुपति पति मोरे. I am the sevak, I am the servant, and he is my Lord. I have no other master. Yeah? Others in your house, you know, who's the boss? In the office, who's the boss, and who's the boss of the boss? Yeah? In the country, how many bosses do we have? Keep only one as your boss, and that is Bhagwan. Really speaking, after that, I don't have to speak about any secret of success. So, now Raghuvara Vimala Yasha Jo Dayak Falachari, by which all the four goals, means all our desires that human beings aspire for. And our rishis didn't say only moksha. Artha, wealth. Even to serve the world, you require wealth. Yeah? To do such good work, you require wealth. Produce more wealth so that there is no mortgage on Bhagwan and Gurudev. Be motivated and see how wealth will come. But then don't just pocket it. It'll stop coming. Share it. Artha. For dharma. And with dharma, not only you get a harmonious support group, but even a world like heaven, where people live in abundance, without hunger and thirst, without pain and sorrow. So dharma. Kama. Kama means pleasure. We want joy, happiness. Success. All that can be gained. And last but not the least, we all want freedom. We call it free man's land. But are we free? That moksha, that freedom to be happy at all times, in all place, in all circumstances, without ifs and buts. Does any one of us have that? And is there anyone who doesn't want that? Put your hands up. Everybody wants it, isn't it? All four can be gained. Now you know that Hanuman Calisa gives us the means to attain wealth also, a harmonious relationship with the people in the world, creating an empire like heaven, and also being free to be happy. That is called attainment of God or Ananda. So Goswami Tulsidas has said in the beginning only, by singing the glories of Hanumanji, Jo Dayak Valachari. Therefore, all the secrets, all that we require to attain success is there in Hanuman Calisa. Of course, you understand all this, but no fun without the story of Hanumanji. No? And learning it through the story of Hanumanji. So I'll just take one chopai of Hanumanji. Jug sahasra jo jan parabhanu lilyo tahi madhur falejanu Prabhu mudrika meli mukhmahi jaladilangi gaye acharaj nahi. Whenever we start our journey towards our goal to attain success, whether it's spiritual, whether it is material, between our goal, our ideal, and our present condition, there appears to be a vast gap. And the higher and greater goal you want to achieve, greater success you want to achieve, the gap, the height, or the depth seems to be too vast. And by looking at the journey itself, or the amount of work we may have to put in, even before we start our work, we accept defeat. Arjuna did that. Mighty Arjuna, before even attempting the war, imagined its failure and collapsed. And I'll tell you one thing. I read very beautiful somewhere. A great man has said, the tragedy of human beings is not that they set high goals and not achieve it. I'm giving this statement because how important it is for the youth of today. Today, I will not say just our American youth, because they influence the world. So afraid of failure, depression, suicide, drug addictions. Not that they're bad kids, but they're under such pressure and such self-condemnation, such fear of failure, such want of acknowledgement to achieve, that today psychologically broken down, so afraid of failure that they don't attempt anything big. This great man has written, the tragedy of human beings is not that we set high goals and don't achieve it. The tragedy is that we set small goals and achieve it. Hanumanji went on doing better and better and better and better. We have to scale ourselves better, higher, expansive. But we are so afraid of failure that we don't do it. That's why I run this course called Make It Happen. And these are for achievers. They're not just for beginners only. That even corporate heads, after having attained success, hit a plateau. Many achievers retire only to become consultants. And consultants, those themselves can't do anything but advise others what to do. I know many are your consultants only, so don't feel offended. But I mean, it's facts, right? So, high goals and achieve it. Now you will say, many of the people here are elderly, and I wish there were more youngsters also. Now what Swamiji is talking about, goals and achievements, etc. Even your spiritual goals. When I created this course, Make It Happen, after speaking so many years, seeing so many people even attend Gurudev's, Guruji's discourses, with a master like that and his teachings and his parampara. It is said by the Upanishads, Acharyavan Purusho Veda. When we have a guru like this, in this life itself we should know. Yet we are just trotting the path, very often giving up. And as you become older with nothing really, you've done your duties, you've completed your duties. Yet we cannot full-heartedly give to the path of spirituality, not only for seva, but for our meditation and for our enlightenment. Because tell me, which one of us, having heard this, even striving for it, even doing sadhanas, coming regularly for satsang and study groups, sincere like anybody, would not be in this world. That is you all. But you know why the growth doesn't take place? As much as it should. How many of you have thought to yourself, all this knowledge is good, but I can't achieve it in this life. Where Kabir Das ji says, खोजी होवे तुरत मिल जाई एक पल की तलाश में, in a blink of an eye, which is how much fraction of a second. कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, मैं तो हूँ विश्वास. Vishwas not only in God, Vishwas not only in Guru, Vishwas not only in the scriptures, because all three of them give Vishwas in yourself. You have to remind yourself with your teaching, your education, with your upbringing, with the blessings, all this that you have achieved is not an ordinary thing. Even in your life. But whenever we come to take the next leap, what you lack is faith in yourself. Therefore, Goswami Tulsidas ji, through remembering Hanumanji's feats, also reminds us and himself that Jug Sahasra Jojana Parabhanu Lilyo Tahi Madhur Palajanu. Hanumanji's famous story is that when he was a kid, now this story we hear, we love to hear it, it's very nice. Something fascinates us, but then when we try to understand it with our English education, oh, what bluff story. That when Hanumanji was a little child, he was very hungry, little boys particularly, hungry. Didn't think any of these small little fruits, this gourmet food or, this fine dining meal can satisfy. It has to be, a whole plantain leaf of kai sadam. Then only you can satisfy such a hungry. So he saw the sun, he's a little baby, saw the sun, thought it was a nice substantial fruit, jumped across to devour it. People say, what bluff story? These Hindus, they still worship the sun and the moon, while we, especially Indian Americans, I'm not talking about Indian settled in America, very ashamed of it. So we speak more against it, while the universities are making research on this, knowing that it is possible. So we went in to devour the sun. But what does that mean? See, when we are children, when we are teenagers, when we are youth, we have the highest of ambitions. We think we're going to change the world, we're going to make the world a better place. We talk about big things in life, isn't it? Afterwards, it's only how expensive dal and atta has become. Children don't think whether it's impossible. They say, I want to go to the stars, I'm going to be an astronaut, I'm going to be at this, I'm going to be at that. Unfortunately, we grow up, but tap that child in you, that enthusiasm in you, that aturta in you. No? Rama kaj kari beko atur. And see what happens. Your ambitions are high. Your goals are high. A child never thinks anything is impossible. And he reached out for the highest and the most brilliant. And Sun in Gayatri Mantra represents Parabrahma Paramatma, or the knowledge that is Brahma Vidya, who as a child went to acquire it. I'm telling you, our Balvihar children ask such questions that even scholars don't ask. Because of pure mind. So as a child, he attempted to reach the sun. Now, by the way, if you think that it's impossible, physical impossible, so that was, 3 people met in one of the New York bars. An American, a Russian, and an NRI India. They met in a bar. American boasted of that we have taken man to the moon. The Americans doubt that in the documentaries, but we have taken man, and man has, we have set foot on the moon. Russian said, we are going towards Mars. So they asked the Indian. The Indian said, we are planning. They see, we are still into planning. Our prior plan for the villages is still going on. No? We are planning. Have you noticed, whenever we make announcement for our camps, such great camps, or such courses, etc. Swamiji, we will try. We will plan to come. Plan, keep planning. Because planning you can keep on doing. All this understand. I'm not just joking. It's part of success. So we are planning to go to the sun. So they started laughing. Arey, sun is a gaseous mass. Each inch is a nuclear explosion. Even by the time you reach beautiful Venus, you will be microwaved. But what is not possible for an ingenious Indian? He said, we have worked out a plan. And we both were quite, all the paintings of turmeric come from where? Basmati rice comes from there. So they were quite curious. They get given him Patiala pipes. Blurt out. Blurt out. So that we can be the pioneers to reach the sun. Because these Indians, what they do, how they win World Cup is really like. So, let us hear him. He said, yeah, we found a way to reach them. We'll go there at night. But we reached the south of the moon, didn't we? The dark side of the moon, we reached or not? So, no, dark south, no, dark means something very different here, sorry. But think about it. As a child, he aspired for the most brilliant and the highest. And yet we say, what bluff story? A monkey jumps across and flies across an ocean and goes into Lanka. Goswami Tulsidas ji says, Prabhu Mudrika Meri Mukhamai Jalati Langi Gaye Acharaja. That Hanuman with the ring of Ramchandraji in his mouth. No, what the people? Bhagwan's sacred ring. What will a monkey do? Put everything in his mouth only. But see how intelligent he is. The ring of Ramchandraji has the name of Ram imprinted on it. Where else will you keep the name of Ram other than on your tongue? Isn't it? And with the name of the Lord, for the Lord's work, he crossed the ocean. Is it a surprise? But who gave him or reminded him about this? And when we sing Hanuman Calisa, we are reminding Hanuman that Hanumanji, as a child, you reached out to the sun. And taking the name of Ramchandraji, you crossed the ocean. Therefore, what is impossible for you? What are my problems that are impossible to remove? That's why in Sankat Mochan, काज किए बड़ देवन के तुम वीर महाप्रभु देखी विचारो कौन सो संकट मोर गरीब को जो तुम सो नहीं जात है टारो बेगी हरो हनुमान महाप्रभु जो कछु संकट होय हमारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी संकट मोचन नाम दिया. If you could perform such feats and remove the difficulties, problems, or of sorts, mighty powers, then what is my ignorance, my inabilities, or my problems that you cannot help remove? One is that. The other is that when all the monkeys came to the shore and now they are told that Ravan has taken Sita in Lanka, and that vulture who can see at great distance has told them that Sita is there. And he says, one who has got Shraddha, one who has got determination, perseverance, one who's strong, one who's intelligent, and one who dares to jump will find Sita. Those who don't dare to jump, even if they've got all the qualities, are not going to reach their goal. And Sita represents Lakshmi, wealth. Sita also represents Shanti, Nirvana. Will reach there. It was 800 miles that time. Continental shifts took place after that. 800 miles far is Lanka. Sure death. But some monkey said, I can go 100 meters. Somebody said, I can go this mile. Angad says, finally, I can. That daring youngster says, I can go. But I'm not sure if I can come back. And Jambavan, the old bear, says, oh, you nowadays youngsters. Typical. You know you're old when you say nowadays youngster. Even though you think, abhi to main jawan hu, when people call you old, but when you look at the next generation and say, nowadays youngster, or in my time, I went round the universe 3 times. Acha uncle, why don't you do it now? Oh, now I am old. But while they were all measuring their own strength, when we measure our strength, we are limited. Hanumanji was quiet. But Jambavan went up to Hanuman and says to Hanuman, Pavana Tanaya Bala Pavana Samana. Look at your heritage. Even if you're just proud to belong to a culture, even a wealthy culture, that centuries have looted that country and still is economically a giant. What must be the wealth only of India? And we kept on saying third world country, third world country, third world country. Remember your heritage. Remember your parentage. Pavanatanaya. You have that same spirit that your parents didn't give up on you and made you what you are. Pavanatanaya Balapavana Samana. Why are you quiet, O Hanuman? Do you underestimate your power? Still Hanumanji is quiet. Because to bring out our potential, we need a sense of purpose and inspiration. And when he says, Rama Kaj Lagi Tava Avatara, reminded him of his power and gave him the very purpose of his life. That's how Narendra becomes a Vivekananda. A Balakrishna becomes Swami Chinmayananda. Yeah. A first-class traveler becomes a Gandhi. And without the Guru, a mentor, who will remind us that we can make it happen? You know? And that comes when we are grateful and when we are ready to listen and surrender to such people of knowledge, of greatness. Therefore, Sri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nijamana Mukura Sudari Bharanao Raghuvara Vimalajasu Jodayaka Varaja Pavanatanaya Sankata Harana Mangala Murati Rupa Ramalakana Sita Sahita Hridaya Basau Surarupa Siyavar Ramachandra Ki Jai Pavan Sutta Hanuman Ki Jai Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai Santan Ki Jai Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Tomorrow again we'll be meeting for the Sthapna Murtis, and then evening we'll have another inspiration session on Hanumanji. All of you have come. Bring your youth also tomorrow. Today I've just hinted on parentage, but how parents influence our success and how in our parenting and how children from their parenting and gratefulness to their parents can attain great success in their life. And how important is parenting for the success of the children also. So that is the theme we will take up tomorrow from Hanuman Calisa. Which verse it will be, you guess. Can you guess? No? I thought if you guess, I'd give you a prize, but you didn't guess. Thank you. Is there anything?
Yeah.